Let the party begin.
Let that party begin, everybody.
Radio.
You guys been binge watching the Motorcycle Madhouse, I'm hoping. If not, man, go get you some 420. I'm telling you, get your binge watching on. Screw Netflix.
Hollywood's Motorcycle Madhouse on Spotify and iTunes Radio.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to this edition of Motorcycle Madhouse Biker News. How'd you guys like that interview yesterday with the representative from the NCOM, Bore 1%er Sons of Silence Motorcycle Club? Been given rave reviews by everybody, and wow, Spotify and iTunes and Stitcher, all the podcasting channels, man, did you light it up. Awesome stuff getting the word out there for NCOM. If you haven't heard the episode, again, it's on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, and all of them, as well as on YouTube, Facebook, all the regular ones. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on all our other platforms. Today's news, we got a lot about Harley-Davidson. We got a recall. Plus, we got a hell of a story out of the UK involving the AOA and helping during this coronavirus epidemic. So a lot of people getting out there and stepping up. Great stuff to see. If you like to help out the show, you can by paypal.me/insane throttle. All your donations keep the show on the air. Let's hit that intro and let's get this show on the road. Pennsylvania real-time news, or PennLive.com. If Harley-Davidson didn't have problems, it does now. Of course, you know what? I think this epidemic's really gonna test Harley-Davidson's staying power. Injured motorcyclist is blaming Harley-Davidson for the Wobble for the crash in a federal lawsuit. This by Matt Miller, a motorcyclist who blames Harley-Davidson's Wobble for a crash that left him severely injured, has filed a federal lawsuit against the iconic motorcycle maker over the wreck. It's also known as the Death Wobble, and it's one of the scariest damn things that you can ever go through on a motorcycle. That's why it's always important to, pre-inspect that freaking motorcycle before you go out on the road. You don't want something happening at 80 miles an hour, so make sure you check out that motorcycle. That Wobble, William Alex Rouse claims in the newly filed suit, is a chronic and dangerous problem with Harley-Davidson bikes. The North Carolina man cites his own experience while riding his father's 1999 Electric Glide Classic near Greenville, North Carolina, on April 2nd, 2018. Quote, this type of motorcycle is known to have propensity to develop a wobble or a weave at normal speeds and under conditions one would normally expect to find in highway driving, Rouse says in the complaint filed in U.S. Middle District Court in Harrisburg. You know what? If you're in the audience and you ever had this problem, let us know. He claims he experienced the wobble on a curb. The problem caused him to lose control, veer off the road, and be ejected from the bike. Rouse contends. He says the crash left him severely injured and barely conscious. Rouse claims the wobble is the result of a design flaw. Quote, this dangerous propensity of its motorcycles is so well known that Harley-Davidson has begun issuing instructions advising its customers how to deal with the Harley-Davidson wobble when it occurs. Harley-Davidson instructs its customers that when the wobble occurs, they should relax their grip on the handlebars, not apply brakes, and wait until the wobble ends. It's kind of hard on a damn curve. However, Harley-Davidson instructions are only useful if the Harley-Davidson wobble occurs under certain circumstances, such as where the rider has enough room to allow the wobble to self-correct. If Harley-Davidson wobble occurs when the motorcycle is in traffic or in a curb or both, it can cause the crash to occur, resulting in serious injury or death. While Harley-Davidson is headquartered in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the bike on which he crashed was made in York. He cites unspecified financial damages. And you know what? I've been, around a long time, and yeah, this is, Harley-Davidson is known for this kind of stuff. It depends on the bike, what model, what year, but there was some recalls out on this. But it's pretty bad when you actually got Harley-Davidson that gives instructions about the wobble. That's one of the scariest damn things is a wobble. Oh, no. Anyway, let's go to some good news here. Outlaw biker boss opens diner to homeless and anyone in need during the crisis. The group's global president, which, this is from a newspaper, so we can neither verify or any of that what they're talking about there, opened his American-style diner to do his bit during the COVID-19 outbreak by Maria Jones, North Wales Live. This is some awesome stuff, man. The biker boss owner of the American-style diner has opened its doors for 6 days a week. Chicago, 1935. Hell yeah. If you guys don't know the meaning of 1935, all you have to do is go on the internet and look at it. American Diner in Colwyn Bay, which is run by the global president of the notorious Outlaw Motorbike Club, hands out free soup, pasta boxes, and sandwiches. Hell yeah. And according to the Outlaw Supremo, Stuart Dawson, better known as Dink, it's not just for the homeless, with many struggling to cope during the COVID-19. Dink told North Wales Live why he felt compelled to do something to help. Well, why not help? If more people did this sort of thing, there would be less problems in the world. And that's an end quote. Hell yeah. We see a lot of people coming together during this time of crisis, and one of them groups that are out there kicking butt is bikers and motorcycle clubs, and they deserve to get some recognition for once. Quote, we've got a great chef called Alex who is keen to help too, and the Chinese takeaway has dropped us all off a lot of milk and bread, which is nice. Dink 56 added, I'm a dad of 6 and I'd hate to see any of my kids go hungry. We are seeing not only homeless people, but people who until a few weeks ago used to have jobs. He goes on to say, we baked a birthday cake for a kid across the road. People may be wary of us. We are bikers, but at the end of the day, we are human like everyone else. Hell yeah. He's also helping with a project called Soup and Socks, which is run by Scott Jenkins. A former heroin addict himself, has 2 vans going out to serve hot soup and new socks to the homeless. This is pretty awesome, man. I got to admit, Chicago 1935, I still love that one. So we just want to give a shout out. This is an awesome story. Chicago 1935 is open from 11:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday. So if you're out in the UK, you need a little help, get out there to Chicago 1935. Way to go, AOA, on helping out with the cause, and everybody, every motorcycle club helping with the cause, and all the bikers, organizations like ABATE, all you guys, thanks for helping out. Harley-Davidson dealers keeping motorcycle officers on the road during COVID-19 pandemic, and even the Harley-Davidson dealers are getting involved, man, and this one's on Biker Dad. Let's take a listen.
April 17th to help stop the spread of the coronavirus. But there's one business that's deemed essential that you might not expect.
News 5's Cherish Lombard is coming to us live at her home tonight to tell us why Harley-Davidson dealers are still open. Cherish?
Yeah, Harley-Davidson dealerships are deemed essential primarily because their mechanics provide vehicle maintenance. Now, part of that is keeping motorcycles on the road and safe, including bikes for first responders. And of course, it is very important to keep them on the roads.
Pascagoula, Ocean Springs, Mobile are just some of the ones that we actually do the work on. But then also it's good for social distancing. It gives people a break from the house.
Got that right. I've been doing a lot of social distancing lately.
From home out, enjoy the ride, and then go straight home again.
Rock and roll,
Just in
man.
the short time News 5 was at Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson today, 2 Mobile Police Department motorcycles were dropped off for maintenance. Managers at Harley are taking precautions to protect customers and employees.
Rock on, man. That's awesome stuff. That one was by Chris Best. Again, Biker Dad, you guys know I always cover his stuff because, you know what, he's just an awesome freaking guy, man. He puts out a lot of good stuff about the biker community. He's one news reporter that actually covers stuff that's good about the community. You know, he don't go out there bashing clubs or taking cop side. No, he just lays it down, and that's what's beautiful about it. I do want to get into, there is a motor recall, and this is March 2020, a BMW X4 Triumph. Arcimoto and Husqvarna is on recall. And let's see here. The summary of BMW of North America is recalling certain motorcycle accessory brake fluid reservoir covers. It goes into the part numbers, all that good stuff. The reservoir cap may not clearly state the required type of brake fluid. So that's the one. Then they got a service brake hydraulic one, a powertrain, KTM America, the fuel system, the gasoline, Triumph service brakes, hydraulic, electrical system, engine, then the exterior lightning. So yeah, there's some freaking recalls going on right now, so I just want to get you that information. I'll actually put the link to this in the description box in the show notes, all that good stuff, so you guys can see that stuff. Some people have been asking me to put links of the stories that I cover in the show notes and the description box, and I will be doing that as well. So that's always good news, getting some positive press for once with clubs and the biker scene. That is cool stuff. Again, your Harley-Davidson dealer, you are looking at it. Most of the places, they are open because they're considered a necessity because of their service and all that kind of stuff. I don't know about the actual floor. So maybe you guys can let everybody else know about that. Yesterday, again, we were getting rave reviews about that interview, and we're going to be having a production video come out where I go live, talk to the Confederation of Clubs here in Chicago. It's a little different thing than the NCOM, but we're going to be going out there, talking to them, getting some of the issues like motorcycle club colors, what they're about when they started, what rights they're fighting for here in the Chicago area. So we're going to have that on. But it was, you know, again, special thanks to Boar One Percenters SOS for coming on the show. And actually, he spent about an hour going with us, hour and 10 minutes, something like that. And a lot of people were just like memorized. I was watching the chat rooms on some of the platforms, and boy, was it lighting up. And you know, it's always great to get somebody who's a gray beard, who's been around that type of stuff for so damn long. They give you such good information, such a good education that you're not going to get from anybody else. I can tell you that. Nobody on YouTube, nobody on the radio can make up for a one percenter from one of the biggest motorcycle clubs there are in the United States, and one that has done so much for club rights. Working with NCOM, actually started it up, and you got J.R. Reed, that used to be the national of the SOS. And it was a wonderful experience. to have them on. We are, like I said, we're going to go out to Chicago and talk with the COC out there, as well as I'm trying to get MPP on the show. I'm going to try to get Double D on here. He's with the Motorcycle Profiling Project. That's the guy that works forever on biker rights, man. He's out in the thick of it. And he's one of the major pushers behind a lot of this legislation that you're getting in some of these states regarding profiling. But he is always on the fight with Motorcycle Profiling Project. There's a lot of other club members that are involved in that organization. It's one that's needed. And again, you know, I always talk about profiling because it just doesn't have to do with motorcycle club, guys. It has to do with bikers in general. A lot of these cops, they don't care what it is, man. If you're riding, you got a hog patch on, A-bait patch, anything that looks like a club patch, your butt's getting pulled over. I can tell you that once in a while. I still get pulled over these days. Well, it don't help that I got ACAB and all that other stuff on my vest, you know, the big fingered Leo. So it don't help. But, you know, it's, you know, I'll keep on saying it over and over again. It's really time for you guys to get in the fight. If you don't want to, you know, put the time and effort into it, at least go to your local A-bait or go join MRF and tell them Hollywood sent you, man. Tell them Machikari sent you over there. Get signed up, you know, give your, you know, membership, whatever it is. I think it's like $25 a year. You know, that goes a long way in helping club rights. If you can't get in person, you can't get involved in the meetings, you can't go to the state capitals. So that $25 a year to Motorcycle Rights Foundation will go a long way. You know, you get your membership card, you know, and you know you're doing something good for the community. It takes everybody to get involved in this type of fight. Again, it's just not motorcycle clubs, it's everybody. And after you see the stuff going on in Texas, which, by the way, you're going to want to go see Popeye and OG's lives over on YouTube, and he also has his lives on the radio. He talks about this stuff all the time. He's one of the biggest pushers of this motorcycle profiling, and he keeps everybody up to date. So it's real important for you guys to get over on those channels and give it a listen, man. You know, I know you guys love hearing about clubs, or, you know, you hear about the biker news. You guys love it. I get it. But you got to get in the other aspects of the information that's actually put out there by somebody like a Texas Biker Radio. Get over there and listen to as much as you can. That way you know what's going on in the scene. Very important stuff, man. Very important stuff. So, with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Go ahead and check our sponsors out. Man, dude, they got a hell of a helmet, man. That link is in the description, and it helps us out with the show. Again, if you want to donate, it's paypal.me/Insane Throttle. Everything's appreciated. I'll talk to you guys on the next segment. Check out this motorcycle helmet from One Storm. It's a modular full face helmet, flip up dual visor sun shield. It's DOT approved, comes in various sizes and colors. It's lightweight, durable, aerodynamic thermoplastic alloy shield. It is an awesome helmet, guys. Go check it out. The link's in the description box.